Topic of meher comes up. I'm like, what you want for meher? She said something like $3,000. It was like some gold. I told her, listen, I'll give you $100.
I'm gonna lie, when I heard that, I was a bit taken aback, yeah, because I didn't understand the context, but it was like going from $3,000 to $100. Do not forget to check out Cindy.com, brothers and sisters, one of my most amazing clothing brands that I wear, alhamdulillah, owned by Muslims. With the recent boycott that's going on with many brands, clothing lines supporting Israel, brothers and sisters, you guys know I've been supporting Cindy.com. I've been wearing their stuff long time ago, alhamdulillah, and I love their clothing, brothers and sisters. It's exactly what I like, alhamdulillah, when it comes to fitness, training, jogging, just general wear. When I'm praying, I don't need to worry about my back showing. Buy it for your family members, your uncles, your brothers, your husbands, whoever it is, inshallah, brothers and sisters. Buy it for yourself, inshallah. It's modest. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers and sisters and dear friends. Hope you guys are well and hope you guys are excited to go through this reaction video with myself. This is a brother, subhanAllah, I know myself, alhamdulillah, Iron Fit Coaching, alhamdulillah, on Instagram, alhamdulillah. You know, alhamdulillah, I like his content. He talks about how to be a real man in today's time where a lot of men are absolute, how can I say in a nice way, wimps, absolute wimps. Yes, okay, their wives are more of a man than they can ever be. They've become wimps. Yes, and I applaud his content. I don't agree with everything. I mean, let me be honest with you for that. But this video will prove that I don't agree with everything with the brother. But alhamdulillah, he does amazing content when it comes to fitness, coaching. He got in contact with me to sign up to his coaching thing. And I said, bro, I'm already really fit, alhamdulillah. And I went through some intense thing with Silverback J. Alhamdulillah, lost 12 kilos, got a bit lean. Alhamdulillah, I recommend for all the brothers, please, you know, coaching, etc. When it comes to training, sign up to his brother, Silverback J, and this brother as well, Iron Fit Coaching. We're going to react to a video of himself. Alhamdulillah, like I said before, I encourage a lot of brothers to follow him. Don't follow him blindly, but here's a video of him telling the story of a sister he was getting to know for marriage and why that did not go ahead, because there are things that I agree with. There's one thing that I disagree with, inshallah. I just wanted to share that with you guys, inshallah. And I'm sure the brother will be watching this, inshallah. May Allah bless him, inshallah. Hope he likes, it doesn't mind a bit of criticism, inshallah, but let's watch it, inshallah, brothers and sisters. Here we go.
I'll tell you a story, akhi. There was a sister I was speaking to for marriage. She was a hafid al-Quran, okay? We're talking, and the topic of meher comes up. I'm like, what you want for meher? She said something like $3,000. It was like some gold.
Okay, so sister, he came across a sister for meher, for marriage. She's hafid of the Quran. One thing that I would advise a lot of brothers who are watching this as well, that is amazing. Someone who's hafid of the Quran. And this might sound a bit crazy, me saying this, and I'll tell you out of my experience. I have experience out of in Jahiliyyah and in Islam, both a decade each. You know, in Islam more than a decade, 13 years. And I am very experienced in the sense where when I was looking to get married, there's things that I went through. I am going to say something, guys. Do not ever put your guard down. And this applies to the sisters as well. He's a hafid of the Quran. She's a hafid of the Quran. Let me tell you something, guys. If I was getting to know a sister for marriage, hafid of the Quran, I would say, okay, that's good. May Allah bless you. That's good for you. Alhamdulillah. It'll be good for me as well. Inshallah, it depends. You're teaching my kids, etc. But there's something deeper when it comes to character, etc. So do not ever fall for these things of the outer appearance or she knows the Quran. That does not mean she is a good person. I'm so sorry to say. I know many brothers who are in court with their hafiz of the Quran wives, taking them to court and saying, putting the middle finger to the Sharia and saying, I'm going to man-made laws and I'm taking your wealth, which is haram. And, you know, before sis come and say, oh, wonder what he done. Yeah, of course, there's always something he done. You know, he's a narcissist manipulator. Yeah, okay, so be very careful. But let's carry on, inshallah. So she said she wants $3,000 and some gold, which is, I believe it's her haqq. She has a right to ask that. And Islam in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala clearly states that. But let's see what he had to say.
I told her, listen, I'll give you $100. She was like, okay.
I'm gonna lie, when I heard that, I was a bit taken aback, yeah, because I didn't understand the context, but it was like going from $3,000 to $100. When I watched it, I laughed a bit. I was like, okay, look, I mean, he could be justified, but I just want to understand where that was coming from. But let's carry on, inshallah.
She accepted it. Next day, she calls me with some doubts.
Okay, interesting. So she accepted it. I mean, that is admirable, or admirable, how you guys like to say that. So yes, but again, I want to stress on one thing, because we have narrations of, for example, at the time of Umar ibn Khattab, for example, there was a woman who famously opposed Umar ibn Khattab, opinion on the permissibility of limit of mahar, dowry. Her name was Asma bint Yazid. She was someone who heard that Umar ibn Khattab was giving a sermon to women and scolding them for asking for high mahar. Yes, it was making it hard for men to get married. Now, Umar ibn Khattab, Amir al-Mu'mineen, the second Khalifa, one of the 10 promised Jannah. Nobody needs to give introduction about Umar ibn Khattab, radiallahu anhu. Now, he says this, and what happens the following day in a khutbah that he's given, Asma bint Yazid gets up and says, oh, Amir al-Mu'mineen. For example, according to a hadith commentary, Umar, upon hearing of the marriage where a large mahar was given, stated that women should not be given excessive dowries. Asma, however, remained Remind them of the verse in the Quran in chapter 44, verse 20 that mentions giving Kintar a large amount as mahr, effectively challenging Umar's opinion and proving him wrong. Now, she stood up and said, no, Amir al-Mu'mineen, with all due respect, that is the haqq Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us. And we can ask for whatever we want. And I will reiterate that because to me, people will call me, you're misogynistic, you always attack women. Yeah, whatever. You know nothing about my content. Okay. I'm telling you clearly, sisters. Yes, I tell sisters clearly. Yes, ask minimum 3,000, 3, 4, 5,000. Minimum. Yes, you can be merciful and give them a payment plan. Yes, like my wife did, give me a payment plan. Alhamdulillah, have your mercy. Yeah. However, it is your haqq. Nobody can come and call you a gold digger, you're looking for this, you're this kind of person. No. But obviously don't go to the other extreme of certain silly sisters out there who are like, I want £50,000. £50,000 and I want a house and they keep dreaming, sister, nobody's going to marry you. Seriously, and this is what happens with sisters. They live in la la land. Wallahi, they've reached the age of 30 and everything. Boo. Anyways, so let's carry on with the video, inshallah. I just wanted to mention that, inshallah, which is there's nothing wrong with the sister. But alhamdulillah, at least she went down and said $100. Maybe, obviously she wants to marry you. She doesn't mind, that's fine, as long as mutually agreed to that matter. But here it gets a little bit thing for the brother.
I add my friend on the phone call. I was like, add your friend on the phone call. Okay, let's see where this goes. So it's one of her friends. She's a 29-year-old successful businesswoman making lots of money. 29-year-old single, never been married. She's like, how can you give her such a low mahr and this, that, and the other? She's worth more than that and this, that. And I was like, what? Why are you even involving yourself? Like, first of all, I was like, what are you doing? Why are you involving yourself in this? And so this exposed to me, okay, a lot of it is there's a lot of good sisters. This was a good sister, but she had bad friends around. Misery loves company. Other single women keep women single.
I mean, let's break this down now. Now, if, for example, that sister said no to the $100 mahr, if she's a good sister, and I'm not talking about her being half of the Quran, that I personally, when it comes to marriage, that is something that's between her and her Lord. That's good for her. Quran, I'm talking about when you get to marry someone, you are going to know who they are really about. Guys, you don't understand. Trust me, I've got a lot of experience. You don't understand what really goes on. Be very careful. So what I'm saying is, to me, if she said, no, I want $3,000. And if this brother said, no, you're in the wrong, I'll say, clear cut. I don't know if that happened. I'm just giving hypothetical situations. Mahar is a haqq, and she can ask for whatever she likes. Do not disregard a sister because of that. Yes? However, sisters, obviously, if you talk about 20, 30, 40, 50,000, keep dreaming. I don't know what kind of la la land you live in. Okay, it's your haqq. You can ask for it. I'm just saying you're going into la la land now. Okay, because now it's getting a bit ridiculous. Okay, so now, this here issue is very valid. What he said is very valid. You know why? It's not the issue of mahar. I don't think the issue of mahar was at hand, because he probably just testing to see if she's about, maybe a gold digger or whatever for that matter. Some people label them even though they're not, because they can ask for whatever. If she said $100, he would probably say, I'm going to give you $3,000, whatever. But her friend getting involved, it is a red flag, brother. The biggest red flag. Let me tell you, and this happens amongst women a lot. Brothers, do not marry a woman who, when you have an issue, this, that, and their friend comes in. This friend who's a single, it's always a single friend, by the way. It's always a single friend. And women, they are the biggest competitors to one another. And study shows in Muslims, they are evil towards one another. When it comes to gossip, and slandering one another, they are evil. They hate each other's guts, which I don't know why. And this is a fine example. Why? Because the fact that there's something you agreed with. If you're getting your friend involved with a matter like this, which is something that we've both agreed on, whatever it is for that matter, if you're getting your friend involved with that, oh my goodness gracious me, la ilaha illallah. In marriage, guys, subhanallah, if she does this, it is a massive red flag for any man. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him for saying bye-bye. You know why? You maybe dodged the bullet. She might be a good sister. But this issue, because when women come together, and like we said before, women are emotional creatures. That's how Allah's created them. It doesn't make them bad or evil. That's how they are created. So they have to be led. I believe in the nuclear family. They have to be led. That's why it's so important to obey your husbands. And I'm talking about a husband who's good to you. When I say obey your husbands, please don't think about your dad who beats your wife, your mom, and your ex-husband who done that. Please. I'm talking about a good Muslim man, alhamdulillah, who fears Allah. So to go and share this is a red flag. Especially Miss Independent, yes? Boss babe, slay the day. They like to slay the day. More likely they slay their life away. The biggest calamity. People are insulting feminism. Women are insulting feminism. You know why? Because when they reach the age of 30, 35, Miss Career Woman, with nobody in your life and nobody wants to marry you. You're looking at the ceiling and counting how many tiles there are on the ceiling with your Gucci bag that you made, boss babe, yes? And you're going out and you can't find the right guy because sadly, a lot of women live in la la land, absolute la la land.
Be real with yourself. Get married when you're you're fertile. You are young. You are beautiful. Men want you. You are sought after. Make the most out of that. That's very important. Do not delay it like the single. I'm being honest with you. Yes, women are jealous of one another. She probably wants that girl to stay single like herself. That is it, sadly. I'm not saying every single woman. Majority of the women, they are like, they're in competition with one another, so they don't like it. That's why when it comes to advising, they could be on their period and they're talking of emotions. They had the bad day, they had anything, and they are giving you a nasiyah. That's why I always tell sisters, go and take nasiyah from a woman who's in her 40s, married successfully, who's level-headed on her deen. Get a nasiyah from that kind of woman. Any other woman, I advise brothers all day, every day. I'm married, I'm telling you, listen to me. Protect your wife from these deluded, tapped in the head, I call them crackhead, of individual friends that they call, who gives them wrong advice. And they do it subtly. You'll see it. If your wife goes to a friend's house and she comes back and then all of a sudden you see her, her attitude changed, she's looking differently, etc. And she brings up something, best believe, brother, a conversation that was had there stemmed to your marriage. These are shayateen that destroy marriages. SubhanAllah. And look, she came in the way of this prospect. Why? Who are you, brother? Her solicitor. Hello. And even though I agree, like for example, I agree with the sentiment in the sense where it's not about, is she worth that? No. It should have come from her. Not her friend, it should have come from her. Because she showed she does have some kind of backbone. Why couldn't your friend, she's a lawyer, just come and say, look, brother, I thought about actually, no, I want my 3,000, 100%. I would say all day, every day, brother. I'm so sorry. If she's a good sister, you're out of your mind, Aki, to say no to a sister and give her $3,000 or whatever. I'll be honest with you. If she's a good sister, put me in a payment plan, brother, all day, every day, alhamdulillah. Like I did with my wife. So I would say, I don't blame him for saying no to that. So in a nutshell, brothers and sisters, what is my point? When it comes to marriage, brothers and sisters, be very careful. Do not ever think the Quran Hafiz, she wears the niqab, and a motorbike helmet on top. His beard is so long, it goes all the way to wherever. Okay, he's got a miswak on his hand, big miswak, yes? Okay, you can brush everybody's teeth with it. Okay, means nada, zero. Do not look at her character, his akhlaq, his manners, relationship with the family. These are the things, and do istikhara. You have a good relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can guide you, because Allah truly knows who's about what. Believe me, for me, my marriage, and anybody's for that matter, anyone that's got, inshallah, close relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I hope that I have, you leave the matters to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah will always give you someone that is good for you, inshallah. So that's all I'm going to say, inshallah, brothers and sisters. And please, brothers and sisters, inshallah, be careful when it comes to marriage. We are going to be doing an episode soon when we're going to be prepping, giving nasiyah to those who are looking to get married, inshallah, in the best ways with my experience of, I would say, 20 years of 10 years of Jahiliyyah, 13 years of Islam. There's so much that you can learn from myself, and it's for free, no courses, pay you this absolutely free. Till next time, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Do not forget to download the Salah Pro app, guys. It's a free app, free ads-free Qibla Finder, Salah times, Salah reminders. You can book a Salah instructor, order a guided prayer mat, find your local Salah hub, watch videos on how to pray Salah. The app is absolutely free on Android, iOS. Till next time, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.